Okay, this morning we're back with Danielle Miller and all the girls who've been talking about body image. Now, here's an interesting one along the same lines, an airbrushing. Have a look at this photograph of Britney Spears, because in the UK, primary school students, about, 10 and 11, are being shown slides of a Britney airbrushed and a Britney normal or original, just to try and impress on these kids the sort of impossible standards that are set. Do you think showing kids at school the before and afters is going to be effective? Bahar?
I actually do think it's a really intelligent way of tackling this subject, because we are visual creatures and we're taking all of that visual feedback of what's meant to be ideal and what's meant to be what we're striving for. So to get young, impressionable girls and boys and show them that these perfect images that you're seeing are actually altered is going to be very illuminating. And I think if they know that, if they're given the opportunity to know that, they can decide what's realistic for them.
We've been doing this since 2003. My company, Enlightened Education, works with girls in schools. We work with 20,000 young women a year. In fact, I'm off to Singapore to work with girls over there tomorrow. And it has a huge impact. We think this generation is so media savvy. Yes, they are. But they are still inevitably shocked at just the extent to which image is manipulated. So when they play that compare and despair game and look at an image and then compare themselves and despair that they can't live up to that, it's vital that they understand even the model doesn't look that perfect. None of us do.
But I think you can even move that into the adults as well, because a lot of people see fitness freaks and they're put off by it because they think that they look like that all the time. And they don't. You know, if they carb load and water deplete and, everything else for a week before, then yeah, they do look ripped like that. But they don't look like that every day. And I mean, I think in terms of obesity, the fitness industry is not user-friendly. I mean, you'll go and get a wax and it'll hurt like mad, but you'll keep going back. You don't feel intimidated going back. Whereas if you go to a gym, most people hate it. Most people go in spite of it.
Yeah. I do like a bit of airbrushing. I've picked my wedding photographer based on his ability to airbrush.
Go Bahar, I love it. Here's another question, girls. Honesty time. Do you think about sex more than food? Sally?
Yes.
Come on, girls, don't let's all...
My husband is watching, so I'm going to say absolutely, baby.
Now he's switched off and gone to work. Do you think about sex or food or dieting more?
Post-baby, dieting more. Pre-baby, probably more sex.
Probably.
It does not surprise me at all, the statistics that we see here, where women do think about food and dieting a lot more than sex.
Here is the survey. 54% of women think about food more than they think about sex. Only 54%?
This is because we've all been brainwashed to think we need to change. We've all been brainwashed to think that if we're not on a diet, we're not virtuous. At the end of the day, relationships do matter, which is why I responded yes. Relationships and connection are actually what makes us healthier, happier and more connected. We should stop this constant quest. If we just got to this weight, we'd be happy. If we just got to this weight, our partner would love us.
But if you go on a sex diet where you are told this is the sex that you will have 3 times a day and this is all you will have and you must do it, much like a food diet, then you will
lose weight.
Yeah, of course you will. Great cardio. But you will start thinking about sex more, because anytime you're on a diet and you're told you can't eat this, you're deprived, If I said don't think of a pink elephant, what pops into your head? A pink elephant. So if you're told you can only eat this food, of course you're going to be preoccupied
Has
with
this
it.
given you new thought process for your clients and training?
Well, I've actually got a solution for all of this. I think we need to start educating people on the amount of calories you can actually burn during sex. I think everyone should be strapping on a heart rate monitor, monitoring their calories burnt. We just need to invent a low-fat body chocolate paint, and then we've got the food, we've got the diet, we've got the calories, we've got the sex.
Okay, I'll tell you, I've done the heart rate monitor during sex while I was losing weight, and I was up to 165 beats a minute, which is basically where I get to with boxing, so yep.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
And I hate cardio.
Well, now you have
Apart
your
from sex and
answer,
boxing.
Australia. There you go. We've got the new diet. We've just invented one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amelia Bahar. Good to see you, Danny, and thank you, Sally. All coming up, but this could be interesting.